Okay, good morning Discord, good morning YouTube. Today we're gonna see if we can afford to pay, 20% tips on Chick-fil-A. We got 1 minute till opening bell. I believe everyone can hear me. Okay. So I'm gonna wait just a tad because I want to drop a gem as far as expectations on entries and expectations on entries. So I'm gonna wait a little bit, see if a little more, get a few more of us in the Discord, and then I'll drop a gem for y'all, which I probably should have done a long time ago, but we'll get into it today. Yesterday, I mean, we got some wins, but I think it was a shaky road. It was a shaky road yesterday. It wasn't just straight up where the candles would cascade. Whenever I say cascade, I mean like you'll see one here, and then the next one there, and the next one there, like where they don't interact with each other. Right, because usually you'll see one here, and then one here, and then maybe one here, and then one here, something like that. So whenever I say cascade, I'm talking about like this, where they don't really touch each other. So we'll let these early candles play out, and then I'll wait for a few more people to join, and then I'm gonna give a little lesson on how to spot the entries. So the bigger picture, we know we're in this downtrend. We know we're fighting. We want to see if we're up against this magenta right here and fighting against the purple, right? That's what we want to see for some further down. Another indication of some further down would be retesting of 561.32 and rejection off of it. But true to form, here we go on the down. We're not going to jump in on any early candles though. Let it play out. I don't know if you noticed, but the longer in the session we get, the further into the session, the easier it gets. So these early ones are, especially these early algorithms, sometimes I have to change them. Man, that put looks juicy. But the further we get in the session, the easier it is to see the algorithms. Nothing right now is valid. All we know is that the put would have been nice. That's all we know. That's all we know right now. That put would have been nice. Man. Ooh, the FOMO is real. That FOMO is real. Contracts are crazy money right now. Jeez, they're expensive contracts right now. And you know, the rule of thumb, when the contracts are high in price, it could indicate volatility, which indicates some downward pressure. Just a rule of thumb. We'll see if this magenta holds up. Oh, that put looking juicy. The FOMO is so real right now. All right, we're just gonna let them play out. We got our rules. Okay, we got a good amount of people in here. I'm gonna give a little quick lesson. So hopefully you're looking, you have a chance to opportunity to look at the screen. That put, oh my God, it looks so good. But anyways, let me get into it really quick. So let's say we have, I'm just making stuff up now, right? I'm giving you an example of what to look out for when you're going in on your trades. Let's say we have this, right? The yellow algo, and I tell you when it breaks yellow, that's when it's safer for the put, right? And I might even have something like this. Excuse me. So here are your options as far as, oh, that put, look at that put. Jeez, jeez. Oh my God. Look at that put. Okay, here are your options for your entries. Here's what you can expect, right? 9 times out of 10. So this is what I call a breakout, right? So if the price breaks, right? It just breaks out and it has maybe a little stutter right here and it just keeps going, right? That's a breakout, okay? Your other option, and then your entry on the break of yellow would be perfect. That'll be the perfect entry if it breaks out. I think these are more rare. These are more rare. So your other option is going to be the break, the retest, and the reject. These are, I consider these the safest ones because what it does, it protects you against the stop hunt. Right? So the stop hunt, I'm going to clean this up. And I'll get back to the chart in a second. We're not missing anything. This is valuable right here. The stop hunt looks like this. The stop hunt, the price will go down, it'll stop everybody out, and then continue up. Right? This right here is the stop hunt. So that's why I like the break, retest, and reject for the safer entry, because it protects you against stop hunts. So what you're risking is, hold on, let me see this. Okay, I'll get to it in a second. What you're risking is the possibility of the breakout where it just keeps going, right? Now the other option you have when you're going in on entries that you need to be cognizant of is it could do this. It could break, and then you think it's gonna reject right here, and it actually goes back inside for a bit and maybe does this, and then later breaks again. At this point here, this is called the 84% rule, which states that 84% of the time that this is going to be a winning trade. So if it stopped you out here, or if you didn't put your stop adequate to protect against this, then 84% of the time your re-entry will be a winner. Okay? So if anyone is having difficulty with that concept, or if it's just a little deeper explanation, I'll be in the Discord after the session for a few minutes. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's see what we got. Now at this point we don't know if magenta is going to be a selling channel or if it's an algorithm. We don't know yet. We gotta wait. We do not know. And you might be wondering why I didn't include this little bit. That's just, I'll explain it later. There's a reason why I didn't include this right here. So let's see if purple's gonna be a thing. If we're gonna be up purple. We're gonna see if the theme for today is build in magenta and then break a purple, or vice versa. Hold on, wait, give me a second. Let it play out. Let it play out. Give me a second. I'll tell you what's gonna go on. We're gonna see if breaking magenta is gonna be the thing. We don't know yet. We gotta wait for some cycles to go through. Nothing has been verified yet. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. Or are we gonna have a slow grind trend day up? Right? Yesterday was kind of a in the morning. I said it was a slow grind down. It wasn't like big swings. It was just slowly trickling down. We'll see what we got here. I would like a little stronger push out. I would like a stronger push out. This isn't verified, this yellow, so don't go off this shoulder yet. We need to break below this 558.34. I'm testing this purple right now. Nothing's valid yet. Testing the purple. We want to see if the purple is this right here. Just wait. We have our rules. If it runs, it runs. Oh well. This isn't safety here. This is not safety right now. We want the safe entries, the least amount of risk. This is literally the most amount of risk, right? We're at zero. We have there's been no movement to know the direction. So we're at zero. Literally at zero. There's no, don't take this. And just because the market has been down, 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 once you start hearing the news and hearing your friends talk about, oh, the market's down, that's when the market makers like to pull the rug on the opposite way, right? They like to fake you out and stop all the bears, meaning the people who are buying puts. They like to stop them out and go the completely opposite way. So whenever everyone in your circle is saying, oh, the stock market's down, that's when you should be looking out for that's when you need to be looking out for reversal, or have your ears perked up to that. But we don't have any confirmed algorithm just yet. I might like this purple. We don't have any confirmed algorithm yet. Hold on, we gotta wait. There's no rush here. If we see I might be okay with this. We'll let it run for a bit. be patient. We let the trade come to us. We don't, because retail traders like you and I, we're not moving the market at all. So we are trying to find the next wave and jump on that wave and ride it for as long as we can, or, you know, get what we can out of it. That's what you and I are trying to do. And it does look like yesterday. Yeah, looks exactly like yesterday. So we're gonna see if this purple holds up. We're gonna see. I'd like it to build a little bit more before the break. I'd actually like to see a strong move up. I'd like to see it test 563.77. That would be the ideal. I want to see one of these key levels, either 556.87 or 63, get tested first. We're literally at open. There's been no movement. You can't trade right now. There's absolutely no direction here. We're sideways, literally. So this is why we don't chase any candles. We go with the highest probability. And the highest probability says that I want to see a strong test of 63 before we break this purple. That's the highest probability for me. Right? If you remember, we were looking out for this same thing that just happened right here. We were looking out for that. That's why I said don't go in on this shoulder here, because this is why I need to test this. This is why we test our algorithms before we go in on it. We don't have enough data. There's nothing here. And even if, let's say it goes by 2 hours and we're still doing this, that's no data. That's no data that says the market's going to go in a direction. We need some type of movement. And again, some days it's just not made for trading. Not a trading day. That's fine. Like you call sick days out of work, same thing. Sick days out of trading. And this is why we didn't go in on that shoulder, because we were looking out for this right here. Exactly this right here. And even if you did, there's no safety here. Look at this. This one red candle would have stopped you out. There's no safety here. There's no trade here. And if it shoots up right now, oh well. Oh well. Not worried about that one trade. Because then we're going to start looking for the structure to the upside if it does, right? And we'll know exactly what it looks like. So here's how it's impossible to lose, because let's say you did take that shoulder and then you knew what the up scenario looked like, right? Because I drew it a long time ago. So if you took that shoulder and you got stopped out for like 10 bucks, look how much you made right now. That's why it's impossible to lose. It's impossible. But you have to have that conviction. You got to have that that wherewithal, and that, you know, essentially bravery. Essentially it's bravery, because, you know, especially with me in your ear telling you it's gambling right now, don't gamble. I get it, but that's just a, you know, one way you can test the strategy we have. You saw what both directions look like. If one of them didn't work out, you know exactly what the other one's gonna do, and that's how you win, no matter what. That's how you can't lose 2 in a row. It's impossible if you follow the strategy, because you know what the other setup looks like. It's impossible to lose 2 in a row, and eventually you'll get there. I don't want you guys to start experimenting now. This is what I want to see. I want to see the strong move up. This is what we need to see. See, we got 1, 2, 3 candle stack. I like this. I'm not even gonna call victory on this one, because that was low hanging fruit. That one's too easy. That's too easy. But I mean, damn, it is kind of perfect. I mean, damn. But it's okay. We have our rules. We have our strategy. We know what we're looking for. This is just telling us. All this doing is telling us what the setup needs to look like next. So again, our puts, I want to see under here. Unless we get under here, I'm not looking for puts. And for the call, I want to see a little bit more structure. I want to, you know, I'm thinking 63 is going to be the test. 563.77, this key level right here. I want to see if we test that. Looks like we're rejecting, like we broke, retest, rejecting off of 560, this key level. So now I want to see how much strength it has for the up. Let's see if we test this. And then if we break, retest, and reject off of that, then we got some, then we're working. We're cooking with bacon grease at that point. Let this play out. Don't jump. Don't jump. Remember, we just went over this. That'll be the ideal. That'll be the ideal right there. I adjusted the purple a little bit for safety. Just for safety purposes. So far, here's what we're gathering, is that your safest puts are going to be on the top of this purple for right now. Now we're going to see if this magenta holds up. We're going to see if the magenta holds up, and then we're also going to see if we form a selling channel underneath the purple. Because again, we're in an overall downtrend, in a short-term uptrend. So here's the next thing you got to look out for, right? Hold on, let me. This right here, that's your 50-50 right there. Because what you're taking into account is going to be. I'm going to clean this up real quick. It's going to be the same pattern. We're looking out for the same pattern. So that's why it's your 50-50. The break, retest, or reject, that'll be your safest bet. We'll do that right there. We're going to wait to see if this selling channel forms. Now remember, I just explained to you what the patterns look like, right? If it just breaks all of a sudden and just starts tanking right now, then, or is it gonna retrace? And you know, we just went over this. So now now you know how to identify your risk. Now you're understanding how to apply your stops. I want to see us break below 55.37 for no, you know what, 558.57 for to feel a little bit more confident with this put. We didn't form the selling channel yet, and we're technically fighting the trend, right? Let it play. Still early. We're literally at zero. There's been no movement. We're literally at zero. So don't jump on anything yet. There's been no confirmation of anything. Still haven't formed a selling channel yet. Still have not formed that selling channel yet. It wants to. It wants to. Let's see. That's kind of a big. I feel comfortable below, like I said, 558.61-ish. Be patient. We're still at zero. There's been zero movement. Look, we're literally where we opened. There's no movement here. We have nothing to say it's going one way or the other. What we do know is calls on the bottom of this, puts at the top of this. That's what we do know. That's what we do know. We haven't formed a selling channel as yet. Don't jump on it. We have no structure. There's no structure built up. You can't just look at the drawings and decide, right? There's got to be some method to your reasoning. There's got to be a method. It can't just be, well, you drew it. That's not how it works. I'm telling you where the risk is, right? And we knew this was a 50-50. I put this here quite a while ago. Not every move is going to have to be a big dump. That's just the reality of it. Especially, you know, the market needs to digest. Look at all the down days we've had. Man, we've had a lot of down days. So we can't, use bias and say, well, it's been down for the last however. Okay, come on. Come on, let's go. Did we get below 550? Oh, it wicked. Don't wick there. Did it get below 550? 60. Come on. I don't like that wick. Don't like that wick. Look at this. Oh, that's... And this is what we call wicked. That's so... It almost started the selling channel. It was so close. That's a stop hunt. This is a stop hunt, folks. You just experienced it. This is a stop hunt. And this is why. This is a 50-50. That's why. That's, and then that wick. Yeah. Mean trick. That's why we wait for structure to build. We're at 0. There's no direction here. We're literally at 0 at this point. We needed a selling channel to form and never formed. Never formed. Alright, clean up the chart. We'll look for the setup. We will look for the setup. That was evil. This is evil. This right here, so evil. And then, come on, man. What's going on? What is going on? Stop hunts in both directions. Look how evil this is. This is complete evil. Here it is. Alright, let's see. We need to break. Let's see if we get a selling channel forming. Alright. Wait for it to close for a selling channel. Oh, I got rid of it. Wait for this to close. Below, it's right where it needs to. One candle, let's see if we get another candle. I can't even make this selling channel proper because it's so awkward, these candles. That was so evil. That was so evil. And we literally just went over this lesson. We literally just, when I did the two yellow algorithms, we literally just went over this lesson. Right? We just went over the lesson. Perfect. We just went over the lesson. Look. Look at this. Print. Print. We know we're going to reach some resistance right here because of the support. Print. Printing money. Printing money. 84% rule. Remember, I just told you, if the first attempt didn't work, the next attempt has an 84% chance of winning. We just went over this lesson. Here it is playing out for you in real life, right? So if you got stopped out here, once it presented itself again, 84% rule. We are printing money. We just did the lesson. I couldn't, as if I went in the future and came back and gave the lesson. You couldn't have wrote it any better. You couldn't have written that any better. Now you see the 84% rule, right? I just taught the lesson. If you had a thesis on your first one, right? And then it stopped you out on this one, 84% of the time, when it goes back in your direction, it's going to work. 84% rule. Amazing. Amazing. You can't you can't make this up. You simply just can't. Simply cannot. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is absolutely perfect. You can't make it up. So if you didn't take the trade, or if you got stopped out on the trade, that's the cost of doing business. That's the cost of the lesson. Single contracts. Think about cutting chalks. Tighten your stops just a bit. I couldn't have written it better. Could not have written it better. Whew, that was exciting. That was exciting. 84% rule. Perfect. I couldn't have. Wow. Everything that the lesson just taught happened right there, right? So it broke the purple. Is it going to cascade down like this? Is it going to stack? Is it going to break, retest, and reject? Or is it going to stop hunt you and then you 84% rule back in? We just went over this lesson. Now you see it happening. Now you see it. We're going to see if this green means anything. We're going to test this green. I think this green might be a thing. This green might be a thing. So we're not going down on calls until we break above this green. Calls are going to look like that. Right? But with the proper structure. Like this. With the proper structure. That's what the calls need to look like. So if you're buying calls on the bottom of green, looks like it's working. Okay, so I think today I'm gonna front run this a bit. I'll adjust if I need to. I want to say build in magenta, break a green for the up. I'll adjust if I need to. Bottom of green for the calls for the least amount of risk as of right now. So this is going to be, that's your 50-50 shot right there. Okay, let's see. I think I'm liking this green. I'm not a huge fan of magenta. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of the magenta. I'll tell you that. Something's it's just not hitting. Maybe I need to adjust it. Okay, let it play out. Now we're getting some movement here. Now we can see. Now we see what the market wants to do. Now we see what needs to happen. And I think I'll take this away. So break a green for the up, break a purple for the down. All right, I'm gonna highlight them. Let's see if these hold up. Let's see if these hold up. And if it's gonna break purple and drop again, we wanna see a little bit of motion right here. We want to see a little bit of slow motion right here. So there's no trading right here, right? You're in the middle of the water. There's no trading right now. You see where your 50-50 is? Never got tested. Let's see if we see that little bit of motion right here. Now remember, our safest calls are going to be above this green line, okay? With a break, retest, and reject. Now if you want to be risky and buy at the bottom of purple, that's on you. I'm telling you where the safe bet is. You're an adult. I can't hold your hand for everything. I'm telling you where the safest bet is. Up here with the break, retest, and reject. Those are the rules. If you want to not lose money today, that's what you got to do. If this selling channel forms, I'm going to borrow these blue right here. We'll see if it forms. I'd like it to form somewhere over here. I'd like it to form a little over here, but we don't always get what we want. Let's see, it hasn't formed yet. We could have just held on to this original put over here, but you would have to have some grit. We didn't know this green was a thing until then, so the original put here, your green for multiple contracts would have been your out. So you see that you have a 50-50 along here, and you got a 50-50 over here. You see where your risk is now. You see where the risk is. Now you know. Anywhere in between here, ain't no trading here. There's no trading in between these two circles. I'm gonna clean it up. You see what's happening. You see how it's dancing perfectly off this purple? Perfectly. Come on now. Come on now. Let's see what we got. Come on now, feed me. Feed me right now, I'm so hungry. We're up against this what is this? This white 556.70, 556.80. We're up against this right here. We gotta break this. Then I'll feel more confident in the selling channel. I will be right back. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's check the higher time frame. Okay, bouncing off this right here. I think what we're hoping for on this higher time frame would be something like this, but we'll see. Look at the 30-minute. Oh, 200 MA is way up here by 570. Yeah, this is, man. Open season. So we had a break. We want to see a retest and reject. That's why the lesson from this morning, that's what it is. Your safest one is going to be the break, retest, and reject. Same thing up here, no difference. Let's see what we got. Never got a chance to form that selling channel. That would have been nice. That would have been beautiful. Play it out. Not a huge fan of this 3 candle stack. I don't like the 3 candle stack here, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see if we get a selling channel formed. I'd like to get below 556.95. That would be ideal. That would be ideal. Okay, we're building some momentum now. We need to. I want to close now. I want this candle to close. Still got a lot of time on it. Building some momentum. Come on, let's close. gonna close below this 556.80. That'll be nice. Close below it would be wonderful. See how it bounced, rejected here? We want it to, we need to close below this. Eight seconds on it. Easy claps. Your trade's protected. Easy claps. Oh, okay. Got something out of it. Nice. So, here's what. If you either had the 84% rule here, you knew we were going to dance right here. Look how precise. Look how precise this is. I mean, look at this shoulder right here. Look at the precision. Exactly. It doesn't get any better. I can't do it any better. Break, retest, reject. That's what we already planned for this. We had already planned for this. It's too easy. It's too easy. More. I'll take more. More. A little more. A little more. Yes. Oh, goodness. It's just too easy. We knew when to go long. We knew when to go short. Below the purple, right? Remember, below the purple was the... Look at the money we're printing. There it is. This is good money. This is excellent money. Especially the premium so high. Look at this money print. Look at the money print. We knew below purple. There's no excuse. If you see... Oh, we could do it every day. You didn't miss anything. We do it every single day. You know it and I know it. This is nothing new. Below purple. Simple. You can't make this up. You just can't. I highlighted it. I actually highlighted it. Come on. This is easy. This is too easy. Break this one too. Break this one. Break this one. This is actually too easy. Look, I highlighted where. You knew when to go long. We're not going long until we get above green. That's it. Now if it bounces here, I won't be surprised. But technically we're still in the selling channel. I even told you exactly where the selling channel is going to form. I even told you where it was going to form. This is too easy. There's no... So, for the Discord members, if you didn't print on this, you have to ask yourself, what is inside of you that is stopping you from taking this as a business? Because you still have the gambling mindset, right? The gambling mindset, I can tell. If you didn't print on this with an actual drawing and even a highlighted, because normally I don't like to do the pinpoint entries and stuff like that, but I want you guys to see the system. We're technically still in this trade. Let's see if we break below this. Single contracts, if you want to take your base hit. Multiple contracts, it's going to be... I'm probably going to have to... Hold on. Hold on. Multiple contracts, it'll be break of green. Single contracts, we're still in it. The chart keeps moving. It's hard for me to cut. Single contracts, take your base hit, move on. Multiple contracts, break of green. Your trade's protected because you would have had to get in at purple, break a purple. Now, if you got filled on this candle, on this lower candle, well then take your money and get out. You should be at minimum break even. You can still make some more money. You still should be profiting right now, but and if you're swinging and you want to hold and let it play out and swing, then let it swing. Let it swing. This is too simple. It's actually too easy. So like I was saying, if you hesitated on the break of this purple, that's fine. If it didn't look good to you, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. However, you have to be able to take these. If we were wrong, these are losses you're going to have to accept. Because I can't be right 100% of the time. That's not realistic. That is not even possible for anybody. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you, okay, so we've had a good record so far, but, it's hard to explain what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that you have to be okay with taking that loss. If it were to go against you, you have to be okay with taking that loss. This is part of it. Because the losses will reveal where the profit is. So you can use the loss in order to gain. Right? That's what I'm trying to tell you. And I gave plenty of forewarning, right? I drew exactly where it's going to dance. I told you, break, retest, and I even said, is it going to reject here? Right? There's nothing more I can do. So if you are still having trouble, or you're hesitating, or whatever it is, you're not convinced in the business, right? Your business you have to let your business strategy and plan unfurl. Because you have to be confident in the fact that, well, if this one didn't work, now I know where the setup is on the other direction, right? If this one didn't work, if it broke purple and all of a sudden went up against you, then now you know where the setup is for the call. You knew where the put was, right? Underneath purple. Underneath purple for the put. This was an excellent trade. It's multiple contracts, you're still in the trade. Right? Multiple contracts, you're still in the trade because we didn't break this green. This green one that I put here. Once you guys fully guys and girls fully embrace what's happening, and when you work up to the level, because I don't want you to do multiple contracts just because you see it hitting. Once you work up to that level, there's levels, and if you skip steps, you're gonna fall. So once you work up to that level of multiple contracts, you'll see the exponential growth in your portfolio, and you won't be afraid of down days in the stock market. You as day traders, we are okay with that. Down day, fine. Up day, okay, doesn't matter. We don't have to. There it is. Look at this money. Look at this money we're printing. And this is why we didn't get out until green. We didn't get out until green on multiple contracts. You're still making money. If you're on multiple contracts, you're dragging your stop loss along the green line. So your trade was protected all the way at purple. All the way at purple, your trade's protected. You're still printing money. Look at the money we're printing. Look at this money we are printing. You can't make this up. You can't make it up. Okay, look at the 30-minute chart. I specifically put a target right here that I'm pretty sure I even said it in the trade chat. If we break below this magenta, look for downside. There's no surprise here. We are not surprised. Everyone knew exactly what to do. I drew on the 5-minute, right? Remember I drew on the 5-minute this right here? Come on. There's no way to lose. There's absolutely no way you could lose. You knew when to go long. I told you exactly when to go long, meaning we should be looking for short entries. We're looking for short. Until we get above this, we're not even looking at calls. Look at this money we're printing. This is in real time. You can't make it up. I told you what would happen right here. It's going to dance right here and then break a purple. This is simply amazing. Simply amazing. This is how we Oh my goodness. You can't make it up. It's in real time. And for those of you where your family members, maybe even someone close to you, like your wife or your boyfriend or whoever it is, and they're discouraging you, you know what's best for them. You know what's best. You're here because you know what's best. And they're only trying to protect you. That's what they're trying to do. They want to protect you. Look at this money we're printing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is simply, you simply just can't make it up. There's nothing more I can do. So eventually it will come to you. Eventually, you have to give it time. This is time. This isn't, I didn't just roll out of bed and start looking at indicators. Indicators will lead you in the wrong direction. Experience, right? I have experience doing this. This is why we are highly keep printing. We are highly successful. Look, I'm sorry, I'm so excited because it was just so simple and so easy. It's almost unreal. And if you feel FOMO because you're like, oh, I'm not sure, I see the candles going the other way, don't worry, it takes time. You should be paper trading. If you have that mentality where you're hesitant, that is how you know for sure. Please keep printing. That's how you know for sure you should be paper trading. Once you take this as a business, this is your bit. We're trying to create a business for you. This is your business. You're going to be able to do this forever. As long as the stock, oh my God, look how much money. Look how much money multiple contracts is making. Look at the money we are printing right now. You can't make this up. Oh my goodness. Look at this money. Now we're testing the bottom of this green right here, so if we see a pullback to the top of green, I wouldn't be surprised. Phenomenal day. Absolutely phenomenal day. And for the OGs in the Discord, don't be afraid to give your reasoning, give your logic, or because it'll help somebody to get that second confirmation. Sometimes they just need the extra little push, and they feel good when if I lose, everyone loses, so it doesn't feel so bad, right? People have that mentality sometimes. Look at the money we're printing. Look at the premium on the contracts are crazy. Look at the money. You can't make it up. If you would have took the original shoulder, look how much money we're making. Look at this money. Oh my goodness. Don't feel FOMO now. Don't worry. There's other opportunities. We've identified, right? Purple, break a purple. It was I'm pretty sure it was the same thing yesterday. And luckily we identified the green pretty early. So we knew when we're going long. We're not going long until we get above green. First of all, we don't even have to second guess it. This is completely amazing. Now, look at this money. Look at the money we're printing. Oh. Simply phenomenal day. You can't ask for anything better. Every day we can do this. If you got people in your circle that are discouraging you, or maybe, I'm willing to bet there's some people that are even hating on you a little bit, it's because they don't get it, they don't understand, and they're too scared to do what you're doing. Look at this. I'm sorry, I'm so excited because you see how high their premiums are. So we're getting paid. We are getting paid. This is dummy money we're getting paid right now. Oh my goodness. Look at this money we're getting. A month full of work done in 30 minutes. Where else can you do that? The cost of the education is insignificant. Insignificant. One trade and you've paid for your month. And then if you gain enough knowledge, one trade, The knowledge you've gained from that 1 month is, I'm telling you, this is a real thing. No one on the internet's doing it like this. We have the absolute best trading community by far. Why am I saying that? Because I've been to other ones. I will be honest. Open Kimono. I've tried. Because I was at my wit's end, and look at this money. Look at this wick. Look at the wick. Come on. Give me a little more. I'm not gonna. Give me a little more. What I'm not gonna do is hold a put all day, because theta starts to eat it. But I'm trying to maximize this put right now. I still have my other half of contracts. I still have my other half that I've been holding all this time since Break of Purple. Look at this. My first was out over here, somewhere over here, just to secure my look at the money we're printing. Oh my goodness. Oh, phenomenal day. Phenomenal day. You can't make this stuff up. You just can't. Phenomenal day. Like I was saying, I've tried other communities because I was at my wit's end and I really wanted to make this work. And I was like, if I can't do it, I'm just going to rely on someone else to do it. And that shit didn't work, man. I can tell you. Look at this money. Look at the money. The amount of calls they had wrong, which I get it. You know, there's going to be some drawdown. You can't win every time. But it wasn't sustainable. It wasn't sustainable. And personally, I think that they're using indicators. I think they're just using indicators and leaving it ambiguous. They're leaving it too ambiguous. With me, I'm telling you when we're going long. I have a green highlighted line. I'm telling you when we're going short. I have a purple highlighted line. I drew a little dipsy doodle over here. This is real, right? We have something tangible you can rely on. Now, listen, it doesn't mean every single day, every single trade. That's not realistic. I'm not here to lie to you. I'm telling you the truth. Why? Because I've been in your shoes. I've had all the dreams you've had, watching all the money and imagining how life could be different with this type of money. I've had those dreams. And then when I've taken the losses, I felt the dream like, or when I lost a trade, then I'm like, man, maybe I'm not good enough for this, or maybe this isn't for me, or maybe it's true what they say. And I've been through all of that. If you feel that, I've been there. I've been to the point where I've lost trades. Open kimono again. I've lost trades where I've had losing days of where I actually wanted to cry actual tears because I was so sad and I felt the dream leaving me, but I couldn't. Give me more money. But I couldn't. I just couldn't cry, but I wanted to. Like I felt like I wanted to actually cry. This is honest to goodness truth. And you know, I persevered through it because this is part of the process. Those feelings mean you have the hunger. If you don't, okay, I'm about to get out. I'm about to take my money and leave. And I'm okay with that. I'll give it one more candle. I'm about to take my money and leave. I'm just going to cut chalks right here. I'm going to cut chalks. That was a good trade. Oh my goodness. Oh man. That was a good trade. There we go. You can't make it up. Simply phenomenal. Nothing's changed, right? We're going off of this green. This green for the calls. If you want to be risky and buy at the bottom of purple, or the bottom of green, like I said, that's up to you. That's fine. Because, you know, I expect some retracement. At least back up to this green right here. Back to this half channel. That wouldn't be weird. And the reason I could have held on to these contracts and let it play even further, but why? You know, I don't want to risk my money. Because even though I may sound confident, I'm still scared just like you are on every single trade. Every single trade. As soon as the price goes against me, even a smidgen, I'm shook. I'm not going to lie. But I've learned to rely on the system because it hasn't led me wrong yet. Is it perfect? No, there's nothing perfect. But at the end of the week, at the end of the day, am I green? That's the only thing I care about. That's the only thing I care about. I don't expect perfection. I don't expect that. Simply amazing day. And the lesson from this morning on it was up here. I'm gonna let this digest. I'm not even gonna I think we're done for the day. Honestly, listen, Discord, take your win and be done for the day. You have to know. If you're still like, oh, we can get more, you're gambling. You're gambling, right? Is it possible? Sure. But why risk something you have secured in your hand? If you made this trade, you see how it's going up? If you made this trade, take the win and call it a day. Build the portfolio to where we're doing multiple contracts. This is a system. This is a system that I've designed, and if you try to skip steps, it's not going to work out for you. It's just not. Right? Because I don't want to. We have to take our wins and move on. The more you trade, the more you're going to lose. This is a scientific fact. This is a scientific fact. The more you trade, the more you lose. It's just true. Today's been absolutely phenomenal. But if we look back up here, how the lesson played out absolutely perfect. The lesson from this morning when I did the trend lines and telling you what to look out for. How do you know when to hold on to your trade? How do you know where to stay? This was deeply disturbing. This wick right here, deeply disturbing. However, once it presented itself again underneath this purple, I'll highlight it. That was the 84% rule in full effect. And we just went over the 84% rule, right? I couldn't have timed that better. It's scary how that worked out, but hopefully you're seeing the value in what I'm in the lessons that I'm teaching. I should have taught this actually a long time ago, and I'm that's a faux pas on my part, and I apologize for that. But but we did it when it mattered. We did it when it mattered. That's the key. When it matters is when it counts. And it mattered, like, I want to say we did that lesson maybe 20 minutes, something like that before. This is easy. This is too easy. Once you have your system, it's too easy. Now this 5560, we want to see if we break, retest, and reject off of that, right? That's what we're looking for. However, there's no trading here. We're in the middle of the water. There's no trading here. We have our criteria, right? Minimum, and then not even this green here. I'm going to unhighlight this one. It's not even this one anymore, because the trend lines, the algos, they change. You have to be able to adjust for these changes. Okay, it's not just drawing lines and no. If you want to be successful, you have to. There's certain things you just got to learn. This one now is no longer the breakup. It's gonna be somewhere over here. Somewhere over here at some point in time, if it's gonna go up. And then I wanted to see it do this. Like that. Off the green. Same thing, break, retest, reject. That's what I want to see off the green. We're not going long until this happens. That would be your safest bet. Okay? Your safest bet is going to be up here at this point in time. If time progresses and we keep going lower, then I'm going to have to adjust it. The algorithms change. They're dynamic. They're not static. They are not static. You gotta wait for this. I think we're done for the day. Don't even trade right now. You're fighting. I don't like the way this looks. Let me show you why. We know our low a day is right here. Let me our low a day is right here. I'm gonna highlight it. You see our lower day? This is going to be highly contended. Highly contended. This is the lowest the price has been all day. This is going to be contentious. So now you're 50-50 because is it going to, is it rejecting off of it? Or is it going to, excuse me, break, retest, and reject? You don't know. There's no trade right now. There's none. We have our criteria. I'm going to highlight it again. At some point, this is going to be your safest, maybe something like this. It's hard to do this this far in advance. You're talking about like damn near an hour and a half in advance, but this is just what it is. All right, let's check the higher time frame. Let's see what we got. I'm always going to refer to the higher time frame. I'm always going to refer to the trading plan. In case you guys don't know, that trading plan is absolute fire. Absolute fire. It's been 100% every single day. Let's see what we got here. So then we're gonna see if something like that plays out. Hold on, let me make this better. Discord, if you're green, call it a day. Even if you're not, I mean, man, it's hard for me to tell people what to do, but let's check the 30-minute. I even put a target. I put a target. Let me go read what I said in the let me read what I said. Just if you're not reading my what do you call it? Damn, how do I get out of here? Okay. I think I put it in trade chat. Man, I could have swore I put it somewhere. Maybe I didn't. Oh, right here. I said it right here in yesterday's analysis. Yesterday's analysis. If we break magenta on the 30-minute, right? If we break magenta on the 30-minute, here's the 30-minute. The break, the retest, and the reject of magenta. Look, this is the magenta. This line right here. I mean, this is spot on analysis. It doesn't get any better. And if you'll notice, I'm getting better at the algo with a higher time frame. I'm getting a lot better with it. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna start doing hour time frame. Man, today we did. Today was a great day. Another great day in the books. I say you call it a day. If you're gonna stay and trade longer, here are the setups. I'm gonna take a little break right now, and I'm gonna tell Discord when I'm gonna get back on. If you're gonna sit here and trade longer, the green, for the up, I'd feel comfortable over here. I'd feel a lot more comfortable over here for the up, okay? For the calls. For your down, here's what you gotta look out for. We already know purple, right? We already know purple. However, this is gonna be your 50-50 should be around here. I know I see it going up, but what it should be is over here. I like to see the 50-50 over here, and the reason why I'm saying that is because this right here. Okay, so watch out for this. And if you start seeing, I don't want to call anything. I don't want to give anyone any bias. So I'll just leave it. I'll leave it like this. I don't want to give bias. Okay. But we know what the setups need to look like, okay? We know what the setups need to look like. All you needed to do is look at the trade analysis from last night. Spot on. You couldn't break, retest, reject of this magenta. Absolutely perfect. Look at the money. Look at the money we printed today. Phenomenal day. Phenomenal day. Take it level by level. If you're going to stay and trade more, you know, we have our rules. I say 3 trades, that's it. If you get in the hole 50 bucks, that's it. Call it a day. Live to fight another day. That's what I say. All right, I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer, actually. I'll do a little bit longer. We had a phenomenal day. Absolutely phenomenal day. Now right here, we're looking for, we're seeing if we broke, retested, and are we rejecting off of these key levels. So each one of these levels, these whites are going to be points of contention. They're going to be points of contention. They're going to be highly contested. Why? Because, why? That's a good question. Why? Why are these levels the points? Why? Why do you see price on these levels that I pinpointed earlier? They're just key levels where the liquidities are. You'll learn it. You'll learn it. That's all I can say. I don't know. You'll learn it. You'll start to see the patterns. Once you see the patterns, then you know the pattern. It takes time. You know, it took me, you know, over a year. Over a year. And from the stories I've heard, I probably have an accelerated learning curve. Not because I'm smarter than anybody. I'm not tooting my own horn and saying that. Sometimes just people just pick shit up quicker. Yeah, I'm not tooting my own horn at all. So don't think that. And don't think you can't do it quicker. I'm just telling you, on average, it's rare to be profitable within under a year. You know, I became, I want to say a little under a year where I got the strategy. I nailed down the strategy about 5 months ago where I nailed it down. So now we've been rocking off that, and I decided to share with everybody. I decided to share with everybody. This takes me more time and effort. I could just be sitting an hour a day and printing crazy, but I put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money into this. Into doing the YouTube, into doing the Discord. This isn't a profitable venture, right? I'm doing this because I firmly believe that I have to give back. I firmly believe that. I have to give back. Don't jump on this. Don't jump. Because you're contending with this one. You're contending with this highlighted one. I want you to preserve your capital. But if it hits, god damn it, it's about there. If it hits, it hits. Hold on, we'll see if we... I'm just gonna borrow these. Let's see if we hit. Let's see if we hit. Completely amazing day. Target's gonna be green, or this white. The target, best case scenario, is gonna be this white line, or the bottom of this green. Look at this money. No way. No way. Come on. Break a purple. Come on now. I told you I was going to stay on. Oh my goodness. This is incredible. This is way too simple. I stayed on for this purpose right here. Look at it. Look at this money. I'm about to cut chalks though. I'm not going to be greedy. Testing low a day? I don't like testing low a day. I'm about to cut chalks. I got in late. I got in probably on the bottom of this candle right here. So I'm late. I'm going to take my profit if I have to. Break a purple. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Cut. Okay. That's fine. I took my little bit. Because I actually have to go. I definitely have a hard out in like 9 minutes. But day trading like this is why I took, look, what I tell you is going to happen. What I tell you. At this white line. At this white line. At the green. This is exactly what I told you was going to happen. You will get there. Trust me, you're going to get there. You can't make it up. Look at this. Bro, you can't make it any more perfect. This is why I took my profit and got out. I'm not greedy. The market only gives you but so much. You have to take what you can. If you're greedy and you're holding on to the contracts, you have to think about theta. Theta is another component to your option contracts where it eats away the value. Over time, theta eats away the value of every single contract. So you know, when you're dealing with day trading like this, you want to get in and get out. You want to get in and get out is you know, get the most profit you can, but simply phenomenal day. This has been it's been actually too easy. And now do you see how quick you have to be? I told you where the target was. Maximum profit from break of purple to here. Maximum profit for this small move. If it goes even further, fine. Whatever, who cares? We made money. But I'm telling you where the target is. The bottom of this green or this thick white line. It's pretty simple. It's actually pretty simple. Oh my God, this has been a phenomenal day. Listen. I don't know what else to say. I'm just so happy because I see winners all around me and steel sharpens steel. Right? So here's the thing. I need to sharpen you guys up. So one day you're going to point out to me, hey, look, you missed this. And I could be like, dang, the student has now become the teacher. Thank you. Steel sharpens steel. I have to make you guys sharp because you're going to sharpen me. That's just how it works. We print money every single day we do this. The best trading community on the internet. I'm gonna say it. I'm the best day trader on the internet. I have the proof. I have the live streams. If people are doubting you, and even if you're not profitable yet, you have to understand there's a process to this. There's levels. If you don't follow my strategy, I put it out in the videos. If you need me to go over it again, I will. If you want a one-on-one. If you're not following that, then you can't expect much, right? Because it's like buying a product, using it the wrong way, and expecting it to operate in a certain manner. That's not realistic. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Now, keep in mind, there are some people in Discord that are getting rich quick, right? There are some people in Discord that are getting rich quick, but if you're new, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. That's not how it works. I'm not selling you dreams. I'm not selling you false narratives and aspirations. That's not what I'm about, man. I'm giving back because this is something that, I don't know. Something that's, I don't know if it's God or whatever you want to call it, has told me. I know it's, alright, it's gonna sound weird. Maybe not God. I don't know what it is, but something told me that this is how I can help people. This is how I can help people, and this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take people that were just like me depending on indicators, depending on other people. Eventually, you're not going to need to depend on me. That's the goal, right? You don't need me after a while. It's going to take a little bit, but whatever. You're learning the lesson. I was depending on other people to dictate my life, to dictate the dream that I had of making this a reality for myself. And after a certain time, that's untenable, you know, for anybody. For anybody, it's just untenable to have to rely on somebody else to fulfill your dream. So listen, we're gonna get here. We're gonna get wherever you need to go. We're gonna sort you out. But you have to trust the process. And if, you know, I highly recommend for the successful, or, you know, I don't recommend, I hope for the members in Discord that are finding success, don't be ashamed, don't be shy to express it, because you're going to motivate people. Because other people in this game that we have going, not game, but in this business we have going, when other people succeed, doesn't take away from our success, right? That's the beautiful part about this trading, is that other people can succeed and it doesn't take away. Unlike many other businesses, right? Where it's, let's say you own a coin laundry, if the people across the street that are washing clothes are getting your customers, that is literally taking away success from you. That's literally taking success from you. But in this game, we can be successful together at the same time. And I have plans for this Discord community. I have plans for us that go beyond, you know, just streaming on YouTube and stuff like that, you know, to really affect people. It's for the people, because you'll see eventually when we get there, the money will be secondary. That's going to be automatic. You're going to maybe even have eventually your mind state about money will change, and it'll be more as a matter of a fact thing, like an expectation and maybe even an entitlement that you have of yourself, which I hope we don't ever get there. But money does change people, but as long as you understand, and if we get away from this goal, I'm fully believe that it's all gonna crumble. If we don't try to help people, we are going to crumble. I don't know why I'm thinking this. This is how I think. This is how I think. This is something that's just telling me. So Discord, we're gonna grow to something else. It's gonna be, you'll see. I'll present it when the time is right. But back to the trading, and let me get out of the fields. I told you the rejection off of this white line, right? I told you the rejection off of this white line. If you follow the candles, look at the wick, look at a highly contested point, the low a day, the rejection, right? You'll get it. Eventually you'll get there. Eventually you'll get there. Your safest calls are still going to be up here. I took this one because I knew where the target was. I knew exactly where the target was. I took this break of purple because I knew exactly where the target is. I seen some cascading. I knew if we broke purple, it's got a little more strength, and I knew exactly where the target was. That's why I was like, I'll stay a few more minutes, because I knew what was going to happen. Not that I knew, but the likelihood was greater that whatever I just said was going to happen is going to happen. Now, to give you some more confirmation for this up, you're going to want to see some stuff like this. Now, it may happen here, it may happen here, but you want to see some stuff like this, right? Discord members know what that means. That'll give you some more up scenario, right? And remember, we did our 50-50s over here. We'll do another 50-50, depending on the strength of this, over here. That'd be the ideal. Okay? Let me clean it up a little bit. I have to get out of here shortly. I absolutely have to get out of here. Unfortunately, I have a whole other thing that I have to do, and I'll put it like this. I didn't know that trading was going to be I didn't know it was going to be as lucrative as it's been for me. and I promise my time elsewhere. So yeah, that's just what it is. But it's okay. I don't have any regrets about it, because I'm still able to do what I can to help people. That's all I care about. That's all I care about, really. Because this isn't streaming on YouTube and all this stuff. This is not. I'd be making more money if I didn't do it. Put it like that. All right. This is gonna be, if we start doing this, you know, the 50-50 is gonna start to reduce, right? The 50-50 is gonna start to reduce. Reduce meaning, instead of it being 50-50, it'll be, you know, like the 70-30 type deal. 70 for the upside, 30 for the down. Let me see if I see something. Yeah, this right here is gonna be right here. I don't want to call it, but this point right around here, somewhere when the price gets around here, is gonna be like a make or break. Okay, don't quote me, just my, you know, we made money, I don't got nothing else to prove, but around here should be a make or break. And if you're wondering how the hell, how did you know, or why are you saying that, it comes with time. That's all I could say. This takes time. I'll hang on another 4 minutes, and then I have to get out of here. It's been a phenomenal day. It's been an absolutely phenomenal day. Can't ask for any better. Can't, doesn't exist. If you did, that makes you a greedy person. That makes you greedy. Okay. 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 Clean up the chart just a little bit. Okay. Here we go. Come on now. If we start getting above this, whatever this price, around this price, if you start getting above that, then you're looking for start looking for some calls, right? The calls are gonna be, let's see. We know green already, but I want to give you something else to build off of. So it should be a build-in magenta. So a build-in magenta, and then break above something like that, right? So you want to see it. This is just, don't pay attention to this exactly, but I want to show you what it should look like. Build-in magenta, break out of green, okay? That's the ideal. That's what we want to see, something like this. This is the ideal setup. Is it gonna look like that exactly? Man, ain't no way. No one could know that. There's no way anyone could know that. This is a key level, I can tell you that right here. This is a key level. This is a key level. There's no trading here, by the way. We're in the middle of the water. There's no trading here. There's absolutely no trading here. And then even for the next purple, because I'm telling you, these algos are dynamic. It needs to be this one down here. It needs to be this one. I don't recommend trading anymore. I honestly don't. But it's not going to be this purple. You know, if it hits, it hits, whatever. But your safest one is going to be somewhere whenever this one forms, like this. Okay? I'm telling you. I'm leaving you with the gems for the day. YouTube, it's been a pleasure. Discord. Oh, Discord. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk about it later. I actually have some things I want to talk to you guys about. As far as the channel and stuff like that. All good stuff. Don't worry about it. So I'm gonna run some ideas by you guys. I'm gonna handle what I have to handle right now. Then if I get back on to trade, or I'm actually gonna call it a day. I don't want to encourage. I don't want to encourage gambling. If we made money, we made money. If anything, we learned a lesson. We know where our long is or short. If you decide to keep going on your own, that's on you. We made money for the day. Call it a day. We're gonna build this portfolio. We're gonna build our account, and we're gonna do great things. But I'm gonna run some ideas by you guys a little bit later once I finish doing this thing. YouTube, it's been a pleasure.